Everyone, so this video is going to be about how to kind of revamp your makeup bag for spring. Now every week I kind of revamp my makeup bag just because my makeup's stored in a big vanity case and in a set of drawers, and I'm not going to do a makeup collection video yet. I know a few of you have been asking it because we're moving soon and I'm going to have a different setup, so I'd rather just do it then. But I like to store all my makeup like that, and then once a week I make sure I've got the time to just go through my entire collection and dig things out that maybe I haven't used for a while or that I'm testing out and that kind of thing, and put them in my makeup bag for that week so I know what I'm going to be using, and it just kind of helps me not get stuck in a makeup rut. But recently I have needed to kind of change my makeup bag because it's getting a little bit warmer, and in springtime obviously that does mean that certain changes need to be made. But you can do this kind of on a weekly basis, you can do this on a monthly basis, but this particular video is going to address kind of giving your makeup bag a spring overhaul. So the first thing is your makeup bag. This is the makeup bag I'm using at the moment, and it's this gorgeous kind of lace white makeup bag with a gold inside, and then it's got this kind of cluster of pearls zip. I don't know where this was from, it was actually given to me as a gift, and I think it's really beautiful. The only thing I kind of don't like about it is the fact that it's white, because it can get dirty very easily, but it's okay. And then the inside it's just kind of got a sort of white and gold pattern. But I'm going to talk you through what I've got in here and a few key points to remember. I haven't included things like powder and concealer because they don't tend to be things that change seasonally. I tend to kind of stick to the ones that I like, or that kind of thing, and I haven't changed those in a while. But what is in my makeup bag right now? So for eyes, what I have been using, and I think is a key thing for spring, is matte eyeshadows, because I feel like for spring you need to kind of decide what look you're going to go for, and I know it kind of sounds really self-indulgent, but I like to sort of think, what look am I going to be after, and then that's the kind of products that I'll gravitate towards and kind of dig out of my collection. So during spring I like a cream blush, I like a kind of lighter weight foundation, I need a darker foundation because I tend to be a little bit darker because I tend to fake tan more. I also like to wear a kind of brighter, happier coloured lip, and then I like to kind of have a more matte eyeshadow. Whereas in the winter I think you can kind of rock a little bit more eye makeup, but in the summer and springtime I like to keep my eyes quite minimal. That's not to say that I won't kind of dig out my MAC palette every now and then, or any of the other palettes that I have, but this is the one I've been using recently, and it's the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, and it's just got a great selection of kind of matte basic shades. I've done a full review of this, so I will link that in the description box. But this is what it looks like. As you can see, very, very basic shades, and they're just nice to kind of create an easy, defined look. I find that with my eye shape I tend to need a little bit of eyeshadow, and I tend to kind of need that eye definition because I don't like wearing eyeliner, so I need that kind of little bit of definition around my eyes. Then I'm not going to do this in any particular order, I'm just going to kind of get things out. But in terms of foundation, I've got 3 foundations in here, which is a little bit excessive, but there's reason behind them, I can assure you. But first of all, I'm trying to use up a primer, and this is a really great thing to do as well when you kind of change up your makeup box, because you can put things in it that you're trying to use up and then they're there, so you're kind of more likely to use them up. So this is the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Oil Free Primer. I'm not overly impressed by this, I don't love it, I wouldn't repurchase it I don't think, but I will kind of use it up willingly. So I've got a couple more goes out of this. Actually I've got a fair amount still left in it, but I'm trying to use that up. And it's nice to kind of use the primer when the weather gets a little bit warmer so your makeup doesn't slide around your face. Then for foundations, I've got my beloved NARS Sheer Glow for days when I want a little bit more coverage and that kind of really perfect skin, but this is quite dark for me. I'm not wearing any fake tan now, so I do need to kind of be a little bit more tan to wear this. Then another foundation that I love is the Bourjois Healthy Mix. This is the lightest foundation in the bag, which is why it's in there at the moment for days when I'm not wearing fake tan, but it just gives a very natural, very fresh finish. It's what I'm wearing on my skin today. I don't know how well you can kind of tell, but I used a damp sponge, a damp kind of beauty blender to apply it, and it just looks really natural and really pretty, and kind of quite lightweight, but it covers what it needs to cover. So that's that. And then I've got the Revlon Naked foundation, which is a little bit dark when I'm this pale. I think when I bought it I had fake tan on and it was fine, but because I'm a little bit pale on my face, especially when I haven't got fake tan on, it does look a little bit dark, but that's fine. I can kind of work with that, and I'm just gonna apply some fake tan because it gets warmer. I do that anyway. Then in terms of bronzers and blushes, I've got a bronzer in here that I used to love and then I kind of stopped using for a while, and it's the L'Oreal Glam Bronze Bronzing Powder in Universal Sun. And I've got tons of these. I just bought loads of them as backup, but this is the colour of it, and it's just a really lovely, really natural bronzer. It's totally matte. It has got quite a kind of warm undertone to it, but it just gives a really natural finish. It's not too dark, and it just lasts on the skin really well as well. So that's the bronzer I've been reaching for. Then in terms of kind of highlighting products, I love wearing a highlighter in the spring. I just think it kind of makes your skin look really dewy and fresh. And I know I've mentioned this loads, but I just love it, and it's the Miners eyeshadow in Stardust, and it's just this kind of very neutral nude colour, but it looks amazing as a cheek highlighter. I apply it with a fan brush and it just looks gorgeous, and it looks very, very natural, which is what I like in springtime. I think in the winter you can afford to use maybe a liquid highlighter and it kind of looks a little bit more stark, but in the springtime you want something that just looks natural but adds that kind of little bit of a kind of dewiness to your look. Then another one I like is this Bourjois eyeshadow, which is a number 34 Rose Temptation, I think it's called. But again, very, very lightly pigmented, very neutral, but works great as a highlighter. It's got hardly any pigment at all in it as an eyeshadow or as a blush, but as a highlighter it works beautifully. Then I've got 2 cream blushes in here and 1 powder blush. The cream blushes I've been reaching for are Max Something Special, which is just this gorgeous kind of peachy salmony colour. It's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today actually, and I apply this with the Real Techniques contour brush and it works really, really well. It just looks really nice and just kind of gives a nice fresh look, and it stays put for a while, which is quite unusual for me because my skin's quite oily. Then another one is this Revlon photoready blush in Pinched, and again it's just a gorgeous kind of peachy colour. I don't like wearing too much blusher, but colours like this just kind of lift your complexion and make you look healthy, but don't kind of add too much of a brightness to your face. But if I am looking for a little bit of brightness, this blush right here is a great one for that, and I can never ever get it open, but here we go. And this is Sleek's blush in Flamingo. Incredibly pigmented, incredibly bright. You need the tiniest amount on your brush. It's not the kind of blush that you can be heavy-handed with. You have to be very careful and you have to blend it well, but it does look really pretty on the cheeks, and it kind of gives that lovely kind of spring sheen type of look. So that's that for blushes. Then I've got a couple of eyeliners in here which I thought was really interesting to talk with you. To talk to you about, whatever. The first one I'm not going to talk about too much because it's the Rimmel Scandaleyes in Nude, which everyone knows I love. I talk about it all the time, I wear it every day, and it's an absolute essential for me. But then I've got 2 kind of coloured liners, which is not something I tend to wear very often. And the first one is the Miners Colour Kohl eyeliner in brown, and I'm actually wearing this in my waterline today. I don't know how well you can see it, which I never tend to do, but I just thought I'd try it out and I like how it looks. But these are really nice to just kind of add a little bit of something different, and I feel like black eyeliner really doesn't suit me. Brown I can kind of get away with, and it makes my eyes look a little bit green, so I quite like this, and it's nice to kind of put on your upper lash line and smudge it out as well. And then another one is this blue liner, which again is by Miners, and it's in the shade Blue, and this is a really nice kind of not too bright blue. I'll swatch it here for you, but I've got a tutorial coming up using this next week, which is a really kind of fun way to incorporate a little bit of colour into your routine. It's that one right there. So I really like just being able to sort of have a little bit more of a vibrant colour on your eyes, but not too much, and it's not done in a way that's kind of intimidating or that you could kind of be a little bit uncomfortable with. So that's that for eyeliners. And then for mascara, I have been using the Maybelline, what's this called? The Rocket Volume Express in Waterproof. And I've done a review of this on my blog, so I'll link you to that. But I like this because it's waterproof and it doesn't flake and it doesn't budge. And when it gets a little bit humid, which it does tend to do here in the springtime, I feel like my mascara just kind of gets panda eyes around this part. So I'll close my eyes and it kind of will leave little marks towards the end of the day. With this, that doesn't happen, so I like it. And then last but not least, the most exciting part is lip products, and I've actually got a lot of lip products in here. I didn't realise how many I had until I can see them all now, but yeah, there's a lot. So I'll talk you through the lip products that I have picked to use. So the first one is just a classic kind of pale nudie colour, just because I think it's nice to always have bright colours on your lips in the springtime, but sometimes you just want something a little bit more natural. And this is the number 17 Mirror Shine, or it's called just 17. I always call it number 17 and it isn't. Mirror Shine in Beehive. This is the old packaging. They've changed their packaging now. It's totally different. So that's just a nice kind of salmony pink nude colour to just put on if you don't want to look like you've got anything on. But then if you don't want to look like you've got anything on, but you just want something that's a little bit more vibrant, then this is the Maybelline Crystal Pink Colour Sensational Pop Stick. And it's one of those weird kind of very sheer see-through lipsticks that kind of just looks like a kind of gel, but when you put it onto your lips it turns into a really, really pretty, really fresh, lovely colour. And I actually want more of these. I think they're really overpriced for what they are though, and you hardly get any product and you have to kind of apply quite a bit of it, but the colour it gives is really lovely and it's really nourishing, and it's just a really nice texture for what is wrong with me? It's a really nice texture for this time of year because it doesn't feel sticky on the lips and it's quite kind of lightweight. Then another lightweight product is one of the Collection 2000, which are now Collection, Cream Puffs. And I've got another one of these, the pink one, but I'm not sure where I've put it, but I love that one too. And this is in the colour Fairy Cakes, and these are just kind of like a matte lip cream. And they look really nice on the lips. They kind of come with like a little doe foot applicator and you put them on and just kind of rub it in with your fingers, and they work really, really nicely, and they just kind of leave a very satiny finish and they last a long time as well. Then what I'm wearing on my lips right now, where is that gone? What am I wearing? Oh right, here it is. This is one of the Loreal Caresse lipsticks, and I did a comparison video for these and the Revlon lip butters a while back, and I wasn't overly impressed with this because I just don't feel like the colour suits me that well. But it's springtime and it's kind of like a nice bright pink colour, this one right here. And I have been reaching for this. I do really like the formula of it. I just wish I'd picked a different colour. It's not kind of their fault, it's my fault. I'm wearing it on my lips right now, and I really like the formula, as I said. It's just that the colour doesn't particularly suit my colouring, I feel. Then a couple more that I picked. I know a lot of lip products. This one is the Maxfactor lipstick in pink brandy, and this is just a kind of nice sophisticated coral. I tend to go for corals more in the summer, but this is kind of like a nice in-between shade that kind of brightens up your face, but you're not wearing too much, if that makes sense. And then the last two are MAC lipsticks, and this one is in Vegas Vault, which is a really, really beautiful, bright, corally sort of peachy colour. It's a really difficult colour to describe, Vegas Vault, actually. I swatched it there for you. It's kind of got an orangey undertone to it, but it just looks really gorgeous on the lips, and it's quite summery, but it's not too in your face, and you can kind of sheer it out and make it very wearable. And then the last one is my favourite. Oh, I just dropped it. I'm really not with it today. Is this MAC lipstick in Chatterbox, and it's just this gorgeous bright pink colour. Really lifts your complexion and just makes you kind of look brighter and instantly happy in a way. So I love that lipstick, and it's just a really nice formula as well because it's amplified, it's really pigmented. But that is my kind of beauty bag edit for spring. Let me know what other spring videos you're going to do. I think I'm going to do like a nail polish one and maybe some sort of tanning ones. As I said, I'm going to do a video about the blue liner and that kind of thing, but let me know if there's any other spring videos that you'd like to see. And I can't wait for it to get warmer. I know it's kind of technically spring now, but it is still really cold, and I can't wait to start kind of wearing a bit more spring-like clothes and do some outfits with them as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up if you liked it, and leave any requests in the comments below. Bye!